K-Rock versus Miss Hustle. Now, I'm not gonna lie, for the amount of like back and forth these two have had, I was honestly predicting this being battle of the night. Like, with the amount of backstory that is there, I thought that this was gonna be a certified classic. But then the battle just did not deliver, in my opinion. Like, this was a bit of an underwhelming battle, especially for Rock's 50th performance. I thought that he was gonna try to get up there and murder Hustle. Now, that second round, that's when he was non-stop punching. He was trying to punch her head off in round 2. I was like, all right, this that second round Rock. The niggas always remember, you know, Rock used to be that fucking second round GOAT. So I like when he taps into that every once in a while, and he just has that crazy second round. I had Hustle in the third. I feel like she was really like stomping the shit out of Rock in the third round. Now, it really comes down to this first, but it's hard to tell. Honestly, I'm like, with the way, you know, towards the end of her first round, I'm gonna go ahead and say she choked. I feel like it was a choke. If it wasn't a choke, it was a bad stumble. No matter which way you call it, in my eyes, bruh, when you choke like that, you lose the round. I'm sorry. Like, I've held this standard. Like, I said the same shit, and I say it again. If we made Chess lose the first versus Calico based on him throwing up, we also got to keep the same standard here when she choked at the end of that round, and we got to give the round to Rock. We know his first was light. Her first wasn't the best either, but she choked at the end of the day. To me, I don't know if y'all want to call it a hard stumble or a fumble or whatever you want to call it. To me, I feel like she choked, honestly. And it's like, it's a toss-up, because I genuinely feel like in the first round, like, I think her first round was like better than Rock's. This is where it gets sticky, because you don't know how to really call it. It's a 2-1 either way, because Rock was light in the first. I feel like he just gave her the first, but then in the second, even though she cut it short, you could tell she was really trying to take him out in the second. But Rock just showed levels in the second. He was going crazy on her. If he had 3 of them second rounds, I feel like he should have showed up for her the way he showed up for T-Top. I honestly feel like one of the highlights of the battle was when she bumped the shit out of Rock and damn near knocked him off the fucking stage. Like, you can see he was not jacking that at all. Like, he looked at the dude who helped him, and he was like, he said she big as fuck, tall as hell. I was like, yeah, Rock was not feeling that shit. But because the amount of shit they used to say to each other back and forth, you would think he would want to body her so she could never speak his name again. But then he shows up light like this. I feel like this was a trend in this, like, on this card, was like, not a trend overall, but he ain't the only nigga who showed up and kind of like disappointed a little bit. Like, but yeah, this battle, I will say, like, the rounds, her third and his second definitely have hella replay value, but other than that, I feel like this battle was underwhelming, especially for the amount of backstory these two have. Like, you would expect a crazy gritty grudge match, like they hate each other. Even though they kind of squashed it and they alright nowadays, maybe that's what kind of killed it down. Maybe they should have battled years ago when she was still saying all that shit about him. But yeah, honestly, I feel like she choked at the end of her first, so I'm gonna call it Rock 2-1. If you say Hustle 2-1, I'm not mad at that, you know. But this battle to me was underwhelming. They each had like one amazing round, and then their other two was just subpar. I honestly feel like this battle could have been better. I feel like they weren't motivated to really kill each other, and that's unfortunate, because we all know what Tay-Rock and Hustle are both capable of. We seen her performance for Sheed. We seen Rock's performances for people like Geechee, his Snake Eyes performance. Like, so we know what these two are capable of. Honestly, this should have been like contesting for Battle of the Year with what they're both capable of. But yeah, 2-1 either way. I'm going with Rock 2-1. Hustle definitely showed up though. Her third round was fire. His second was fire. That's how I'm calling it.